I was wondering how light can you be without being nude? Doesn't mean you'll need that though. There's gotta be lighter clothing. I realized there's a lot of shit that's just heavy. Some heavy ass shirts. Really, the lightest shirts is 3.2? How heavy are these shirts? Holy crap. You get weighed down a lot. My dude just looks like a dude. £17.2, huh? Stats wise, it's pretty decent. Interesting. How's the prospector so good?
Hey! Hey!
Wow, how am I taking so much? Oh, that was fun. Hey, even he's like, yeah, that's nice. That was nice. He's thinking, even the guy was going, yeah, that was actually really good. We were both like just flying around combat style. I was surprised how much damage I could take. Though I do have a talisman. Yeah, apparently that defense talisman will give you the full 20% if your defenses are below 10. If it's below 10.0, it'll give you the full 20%. So, yeah, it's great if you're gonna wear clothing, like I am. But what if I go as light as I possibly am allowed to go? This is just the best light armor I found. Altered Prospector's armor. Or cloth garb is, actually. I'm running around in a nightgown. Why am I in a nightgown? Yeah, dude, Prospector is so good though, but so heavy. Oh, that's... What? See, I have that talisman on, right? For how light loaded you can be and the more damage you do, but yet... As you can see, I'm not doing more damage than I was before.
Now, here's my masterpiece. Just that's all I've lived for. And my promise to do me a favour.
Because my equipment load is 16.6. And I'm not doing any extra damage than I would have otherwise. I'm doing the same amount as if I was wearing any other weight, long as I was light loaded. The lightest body armor is 3.2. There is a lighter headgear, but I want to cover my face, so that gives me my lightest headgear would be the page's outfit. Or the page's mask.
Hey!
Really? You took out those things? I would feel ashamed of myself. Bro, you don't need to take those out ever. They're broken for a reason. I can't believe he whipped those out. Though I'm surprised how much of a pounding my character could take. That motherfucker took out the bitch meta weapons. And I'm using perfume bottles. And I emoted at the beginning like a real duel. So, oof. Sad to see I was in the right. Eugh, don't want to see that. See, if you want, I want to always cover my face, so stuff like headbands are out of the question. He's sniffing his own farts? Well, I get that's a sleep thing, but why do you have that? Yeah, you see, I'm not doing any extra damage, alright? Just because I'm light loaded doesn't mean the smaller your number is. I'm proving it right now. You don't do more damage from the... This talisman does not do raise attack power with lower equipment load. That doesn't mean the actual number. It's based off the light load itself. If it's light loaded or not. If you're hitting light load already, then yeah, it's gonna give you more damage. But if you're at 0.0 of a light load, it won't do no difference as being 30.6 out of a light load. So, long as you're light loaded in general, you'll be fine. So being completely nude is not really a necessary thing. You can put on some clothes.
Hey!
Can you fight a duel without consumables? Can anyone actually fight a proper duel? Cause I'm seeing just the same shit. It's like, bitch, please, you're not special, you're using consumables. I'd be ashamed of myself. This is a duel. Have some respect for yourself as a gamer. Even if it's a monocle amount. Not even emote at the beginning. Where's your fucking common courtesy?
Hey!
See, I'm not doing any extra damage. Though I'm getting lighter and lighter, right? So that's doing me no favors. Of any kind. It does give me slightly more damage, yes. But all in all, it's not doing shit. What is it, kitty? Can you throw 2 space spells at once? Or does it require just one hand at a time?
Hey!
I would be more ashamed of that you pulled that stunt. I would feel ashamed for myself. Bro has no fucking honor. God, where are the fake gamers coming from? Did they hear about the DLC that they're coming back? These tourists need to fucking leave. So the real gamers can play. Fuck off, you tourist. You're not fun. Hello.
Hey!
Nice, he got me. I'm just wearing the lightest shit I could find. Yeah, perfume bottles are great, but... I can't find a way to make them more powerful, really. At least the motherfucker with a shotgun knows better that at least you emote at the very beginning. They're just... When it comes to duels or sets of rules, though if it's an invasion, there's not much rules because I think there's one rule not to cheat, but other than that, this is an interesting look. I'm a little goblin! Look at me! Oh, at least I don't look that bad. Stat-wise, though, I'm through the fucking roof. $11, $13, $12, $10. Power stancing these flasks are way better, without a question.
Hey!
Well, at least this guy knows better. Ugh. For some reason, power stancing is far, far superior. So if you had to choose just 2 bottles to play with,
Hey!
bro, don't use consumables in a duel! What are you doing? Do you have any respect for yourself? Or are you just a fake wannabe tourist that's pretending to be a gamer? You know better. You all fucking know better. That is embarrassing. Bro, anytime you use anytime you use any consumables, you automatically take a fucking loss as a gamer. You know better in a fucking duel. Wow, that actually worked. I mean, he doesn't look bad. I look like a dude wearing clothes, wearing perfume shit. I took a heavy hit, though, at that one point when he slammed down on me. But who wouldn't take a fucking impaling amount of damage when you just got skewered like a shish kebab? That worked out better than I thought it would. Because he got full fucking rolling sparks. Every bit of that hit him. And that was devastating.
Hey!
Oh boy, this is the stupidest thing I've ever done, but it's working. I don't know how. I can't be bled, by the way. To build a bleed proc on this, it would be insane because it's 200 resistance, I believe. It's like you have to hit me for 200 bleed to get bleed proc, and it's barely gonna take anything out of me. Flying gives me strength. Actually buffs this for. I don't know how to explain that. Oh well, this is neat. I'm just a dude wearing clothing using perfume bottles and it's working. Dash attacks, though. That's anytime you're running and then you would attack. No consumables, bitch! You already forfeited your win. With an asterisk. No consumables in a duel, or else I would have drank my blue shit a while ago. Didn't drink my blue Kool-Aid because I'm not a bitch. I don't need consumables. This is a duel. If I fuck up and use up all of my FP too soon, then too bad for me. Or I could just wear the fucking talisman that gives me back my FP. Either way, there's an option. He's afraid he was gonna lose again, so he used an emergency fucking bolus. Which is not a good thing if you want to use a true duel. That's just a fact. You don't want, like it too bad.
Hey!
What the? All that FP usage. Well, that was fun. Yeah, he just didn't want to come at me. He was one hit away, I was one hit away, we were being cautious. He still had to use a lot of FP. He was hoping to get me with the black knife thing, but I stopped taking damage after a while. And we started lagging, like badly. I'm wearing regular old ass clothing. This is just my dude in clothes. Something gives me strength does power up your perfume bottles for the time frame it's active, but it's not by much. It's an extra 25 damage. I guess 25 extra damage per hit is not bad for a perfume bottle since there's multiple spots where you're swinging and you can hit multiple targets simultaneously.
Hey!
Ugh, don't use consumables in a duel, god damn it! That's not how duels work! You took an asterisk against your win because you couldn't fucking live without a consumable. In a duel, you don't use consumables. Those are not allowed. In a real duel, anyways. Unless you're a bitch-ass tourist who wants to pretend you're a gamer. I will not respect you if you can't even follow basic dueling rules. That's been around since Demon Souls and Dark Souls 1. No consumables allowed of any kind. You want consumables, go to Invasions. There is a place for you. But in a duel, you use what's on you. That's not a consumable. You can't consume it. You must use it. No consumables allowed in duels. Though what's amazing though is wearing clothing, I can still take tanky hits like if I'm in full body armor, but I'm wearing this. All because the little trick between Dragon Crest Great Shield Talisman has a little trick to it many don't realize. If your defenses are 10.0 or lower, it gives you the full 20% buff instead of 15. Just the way it works. It's to give those with low defense a chance to fight in a fair fight.
Hey!
I mean, there's only very few rules in a duel. Emote at the beginning. Do not use consumables. The hard swapping thing is a bit iffy on the rules between hard swapping with armors and weapons. That's a bit iffy. But since you're in your menu, you can't really fight back for that time period. I guess that's where people are like, iffy on that one. And at the end, you could, you know, emote if you want. It's just a courtesy thing at the end, but I mean, to know to emote at the beginning and not use consumables is the big two rules. That guy was like AFK waiting and I just like obliterated his character real quick. Am I missing a talisman? I could have swore there's a third one here. I mean, using blue things is don't use fucking consumables, goddammit. No consumables. It's not a hard rule to follow. I get you're afraid of getting hit by frost buildup or madness buildup. That's the risk you take. That's the point of a duel, is to have those elements in your pocket. Because you know your opponent's not supposed to be able to use a bolus or anything. It's like, yeah, the buildup will come in handy in the duel. That's why a duel is like a minute and a half. It's only 130 seconds. That's not very long. It's supposed to be quick, short, little fights. And if you're eating boluses and taking the full timer for a stalemate, that's not good. Because that's what the status effects are for, is so you can, you know, whip that out in your pocket if you need to. That's the whole point of it, is so it can go, so your status can go off and then you'll have this powerful move that can clutch a fight for you. Well, at least I got perfumers to work. Took a little bit of effort. 3 days of fucking constantly checking and trying things. At least perfumes work now. Oh. I'm just fucking dicking around with my armor sets at this point. Also, I had to read some of the game's coding, and I found that some things are kind of wonky and should probably be looked at by the devs. But maybe they already know, and they'll be changing things up for round 2. And when I say round 2, I mean for next game they make. They will change it up a bit. But this is a pretty light build. It's a light build of only 16.3 loadout. It is a light as fuck. I know they said they nerfed the talisman to only give you 15% in a player versus player fight, but that doesn't apply if your defenses are under 10.
Hey!
Bro, calm down. This ain't a competitive. This ain't competitive, my brother. This ain't competitive. Though I gotta admit, though, that was pretty fun. No one used consumables, and he didn't run out of FP. He did it within the time frame of his FP quality. I have to give respect for that. He didn't drink no flasks, he didn't use no consumables, and we had an honorable duel, except for the beginning when he didn't emote for... So, see, I emoted and got out of the way of the spell in time. That means the emotes are damn well a thing that you do at the beginning. Not because you have to or want to, it's just... Well, okay, it's because you have to. It's a common courtesy. It's like shaking hands or touching gloves before a match. It's just something you do, okay? It's only at the beginning, and then you start. It's less than 0.1% of the timer. And the timer hasn't even started yet. So you'll live. You'll fucking live if you actually consider yourself a real gamer. You know if they removed this statue here? Remove this statue and put it in all the Colosseums, this statue, so you can go to any of the 3 Colosseums. And the Colosseums have a, what do you call it, grace inside the Colosseum, so so you can quick travel there. And then you can fight anyone at any time, Colosseum-wise.
You've done it. What used you? I am a fiddle as you know. You'd fall. Ah. Now, go.
Hey!
Are you done over there? Wow, we are terribly timed. That latency is unreal. I'm just wondering if she can fight without needing to refill her blue. Making her rethink all her spells, going, if I only can't refill my blue, these powerful spells are great and all, but if they don't fucking hit, I just wasted a lot of FP. It makes you rethink your whole strategy. No blue flasks. That's only for duels, though. Anywhere else, you'll live, you'll be fine, you can use all your shit. It's only in duels that these restrictions exist. And only then. That's why when I see that bullshit of fucking wannabe little shitty YouTubers going, oh, you don't have to fucking do this in a duel. It's like, bitch, then you ain't no fucking gamer, because you would know better. A duel has a set of rules like it always will and always has had. You emote at the beginning as a handshake, and you don't use consumables as an agreement. Other than that, you can go fucking willy-nilly, whip out your dick and have a slap-off with each other. But no. If you don't use the basic common courtesies, no one's gonna give you respect. It's just the way that is. And if you can't even manage a fucking emote for 0.1 seconds at the beginning, then you do not have the patience to play video games. Sorry to tell you. You're too immature to manage.
Don't worry. Now.
Why I bought 2 of those? Because I can. Speaking of which, I need to go to the Halic tree and pick something up. Apparently, I forgot it. It's where my last Ash of War is. Not Ash of War, I mean... oh, what is it called? Spirit Summons. Apparently, I forgot the rot one. That one I'm missing. I have all the others. There's 6 in total, right? And I forgot one of them. This feels so weird just to wear clothing. But I get to be so fucking light on my feet. And I take such damage. Oh wow, that hurts a lot more now. Yeah, I'm doing decent damage, it's just... oof, that hurt a lot. I can't take a hit. Also, these enemies can't be frenzy flamed. You know, you think the humanoids should be able to get frenzy flamed. Even if it's fucking NPCs. But it makes sense, you can't take too much physical damage. After all, I'm wearing just cloth. Though we're so light, we could just run by everything. Jesus Christ. See, two of them are actually really good. Those two Azura guys are just insane. They're really strong. They're bulky little bastards. I have unlocked the shortcut though. I'm trying to get back to a certain location to pick up one last spirit summon. I forgot to grab that one time. Yeah, but I'm wearing like the lightest thing you can wear in the game, clothing wise, and covering every inch of my body without being nude. And your equipment load surprisingly is like 16 pounds or less. Yet you still have plenty of fucking horsepower. You have plenty of power to take a tanking hit. Damn it! Almost had her the first time. She's wearing so much metal, so I switched over to lightning. My lightning bottle to do more damage. You got a fire sparks bottle, which is your basic, just dexterity bottle. Pure dexterity. And it's kind of ass. No joke, it's comparatively ass compared to the madness one. Because the madness one is a flame as well. But it builds up madness, so it's great against PvP. And the fire spark one is just... I guess it's the first one you ever get, so it's weak because of how easy it is to get. Which is, I guess, fine. Ow! I can still take about 3 to 4 hits. If they use an element, though, I can take about 6 or 7 hits. By the way, this is like new game plus 4. Or 3 or something like that. Ah, I got in there too soon. You know that used to be a single summon where you only got one of them, and then they gave you the 2. If I remember right, there used to only be one. I think one of the updates gave it 2 summons to go with it. Yeah, but as you can see, I can't take a heavy hit. 2 heavy hits and I'm fucking done from a boss. But for how light my character is, this is not bad. It's decent. I'm just a dude wearing clothes. Fighting gods. Man, that would have been perfect if I didn't fuck it up. If you're wondering how I'm taking it, these hits, there's a talisman for it. It's the best talisman you can get for any light load build. Damn it! Come on, guys, one more hit. I still killed it. I don't know if it'll count though, because it took way too damn long. Yeah, I remembered I have to roll forward when I fight she shoots that damn fucking bow. Because if I get nailed by that whole thing, I'm good as gone. Even though my magic resistance is 35%. Ironic. Because equipment-wise, my resistances are fucking through the roof. 27 to all physical, 27 to 26% damage reduction to all physical attacks, 24 to 25 for all elemental. Because of the Dragon Crest Talisman has a little secret that no one knows about. The Dragon Crest Talisman will give you the full 25% in PvP if your defense is 10.0 or less. On all your physical stats, it'll give you the percentage you need. But people don't know that, so. It's an ironic little thing. I just find it funny that it works like that. See how much damage this one does? Uh-oh. I done too much aggro. I did too much aggro. Damn it! I was healing the wrong time. Yeah, there's some RNG in this game. If you don't get the right moves shot at you at the right time, or the right moves done to your guys, you can lose very easily. There is quite a bit of RNG in boss fights. One time I fought Melania, she didn't use waterfall not once. And another time I fought her, she completely just did 27 waterfalls in a row. And I'm like, wow. just... Wow. That RNG just said, fuck you. God damn it. There we go. I'm sorry your buddy died, but I can resummon him later. Don't worry. Oh boy. I make so many ruins, I don't even know what to do with them. Once you hit level 200 to 201, you don't need any more levels beyond that. I'm literally doing this the hard way by wearing nothing but all this light loaded shit. I'm ridiculous. I'm clothed and not nude, but the lightest load you can get, I think, is pretty much in the 10 pounds or 10 to 15, 16 pounds light loaded. Because what people don't understand is the, you know, the, what do you call it? The talisman, the blue dancer's talisman thing. You know that doesn't go off the number, right? The number itself. There's a particular number. Everyone thinks that if you're at 0.0 light load, it's gonna give you a lot of damage. When in actuality, no, it's percentage based, depending if you're on the type of load. If you're light loaded, you're getting the full 15% damage buff. 10% for medium loaded and 5% for heavy loaded. And that's it. That's what Blue Dancer's Talisman's for. So as long as you're within that frame of area, you'll be fine. That talisman will still work as intended. Though the fact that there's another DLC for Elden Ring coming, I find that awesome. You know, if you're out of FP, I feel if you're out of FP for the bottles, to use rolling sparks, it does a single puff. Like a single puff should come out of it. A single one big explosion right at the very, like right here. You're gonna see how it's empty. Right as you come down right there, it should have a single explosion right in front of you. Even if you're out of FP, but it's not as strong. It's like half the strength. So you have an attack. It'll still do something. Then have you just do that. It's just like a single. Puh. It won't do any knockback or stunning or anything like that. It's just some raw damage you can pump out. That's it. Because what you got is this, right? You got this as a move. But if it's like, say, a single, it's out of FP, it should just be a single poof right at the begin, right at the end. Right at the end, it just go. That's what it should do. It's like, it's still a little damage. It's not the most damage you're gonna get out of it, but it's something. Apparently I forgot this one. Oops. I didn't mean to fall off, so I'm gonna have to die regardless. Because the spirit summon is right where I was, and I fell off, hoping to get a rolling spark down below, but I forgot to free aim it. I forgot to free aim the damn thing. These guys are all fucking kamikazes. Jesus. That one. That's the one I apparently forgot. I've gotten all the other summons, but that one. So that should have gave me my achievement. And now I just gotta beat the game and get my platinum trophy. So, yay for me! Yay, platinum trophy! Yay, big whoop. I did get perfume bottles to be powerful. They're no joke anymore. Everyone's like, oh, these perfume bottles suck. It's like, no, they don't. The devs saw something to nerf it the way they did. The devs saw something, they're like, no, these are plenty strong, let's just nerf it this way. Instead of nerfing it to where you can't just clump it straight down anymore and leave it at that. No, apparently they saw something even more powerful. And they're like, yeah, we're gonna have to change it completely. And that's where what we have it the way it is now, because yeah, it does incredible amounts of damage if you know how to build around it. Like, as I say, there's no such thing as a bad weapon in From Software games. You could take the basic ass butter knife they give you as a dagger and turn that into a fucking one-shot killing machine. Granted, it does take a couple of incantations and a flask to do so, but
Hey!
watch out, the last one has a double the explosion. Yeah, if I wasn't so reckless and did a run-by sweeping one, I bet you I probably could have ducked the blade and got past the mist. Yeah, but you see, I'm not gonna eat no frost boluses, no madness boluses. I'm not gonna eat that shit. Just because some fucker's using an ice element, I get frost because my dumb ass doesn't know how to stop playing in the snow mist. No, it's my fault for getting frostbit. I'm gonna take more damage. Yes, it lasts a few seconds. I'll live. I took quite a beating though.
Hey! Hey!
No consumables, damn it! This motherfucker's scared of my ass. Don't you fucking heal! It's a shame you need to tarnish your record tarnish yourself by using consumables. You know there's a fucking incantation for that, right? And why did you pull the fucking NPC move and run to the middle of the map? I'm confused! Are they out of players? They're putting NPCs in here? That bitch wouldn't survive in a real duel. He wouldn't be able to use his consumables, so he'd be like, what do I gotta do? I don't know, you got a fucking incantation called Black Flame Protect, which is the actual incantation you should be using instead of boiled crab meat. There's two rules you have to follow in a duel. No consumables and emote at the beginning. It's not fucking hard, guys.
Hey!
You dishonored yourself. You're the one who has to use the shitty consumables. Not my fault you don't have the skill to win on your own. Ugh, fuck. Can anyone actually fucking fight in a real duel? I've only met less than a handful I've fought today that actually have the skill to call themselves real gamers. Less than a fucking handful that know what a real fucking duel is. I picked duel in the Coliseum, not fucking bitch ass consumables. What did mommy bring you in your pocket game? Keep those put away. Put away your consumables if you want a fucking real duel and you want to put some fucking hair on those balls. You want a real skill? Use your bow and arrows. That's fine. That's not consumable. That's actual equipment. But anything below your talismans, not allowed. You got incantations and spells for that. Your magic won't work against me, I'm too light. Dear Lord, you'd be fucked if you weren't allowed your consumable blue potions, dude. All that fancy magic. And if we had pillars, they'd be fucked. The pillars would say no. If there was no pillars, they'd be fucked. If they weren't allowed to use blue juice, they'd be fucked. They're all fancy moves and all. But unless he fucking went all out 60 to 80 FP for mind, wouldn't be able to last in a real duel using magic. Because most of us would dodge 90% of that and just keep dodging until you ran out of magic potions. Because I believe the duel system allows 3. No matter how many you have in your inventory, they only allow 3, I believe. So you eventually do run out of magic FP outright.
Hey!
What's wrong? Did I figure you out? I can play ice, baby. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, see, this is a better duel. At least someone understands. At least someone understands the rules of a duel. That Chilling Mist, though, is strong. If I could choose Chilling Mist on my ice bottles without getting the perk of it on my weapon, I wouldn't mind it. It's just be like your perfume bottles leaves out a mist. Which is kind of awesome if it did. Because Chilling Mist on a on the ice bottles would be good. Because then you know, only ice. Chilling Mist would only be allowed on the ice perfume bottles, because then you put out a Chilling Mist for the perfume bottle as your actual war, instead of Rolling Spark, and just lingers there for a bit. You can't physically hit anyone with it, no duh, but it would be nice, you know, it's just like, okay, I get it. You're just putting out a mist.
Hey!
Oh, that was cool. See, you don't need any consumables in a duel because it doesn't last longer than a minute 30. And if you didn't use your consumables and you're skilled enough, you wouldn't need the full 1 minute 30 seconds. Or your consumables at all. Because it would end rather quickly because each side knows I have to go in and do damage, period. And if I run out of FP, well, better whip my dick out and go with each other because that's all you got left. No fancy moves here, just a slap fest going. You know, you're just going to town on each other. Yeah. That's what it sounds like when you're out of magic. Just a smack fest, just going. But trust me, if you follow the two rules, if you follow the only two rules in a duel, you would be way more respected as a gamer, and if the fights would feel way more fun. Trust me. All you have to do is no consumables of any kind. You can dick around and use like your let's say if you want to put like fun stuff like this or Mimic Veil or Lantern in your sidebar over here and use it in a duel, the other guy would understand and go, oh, okay, he wants to dick around, got it. Because if you start a match and put on a Mimic Veil, the other player will probably stop, look at you, and go, okay, put on a Mimic Veil, and you just like go to the center, then you attack each other from that point on. I had a Mimic Veil fight before. It was fun. You put on Mimic Veil, you both go to dead center, you don't know who's gonna do what, and then right as you meet dead center, you swing. And whoever swings whoever gets their attack out first usually gets the first hit, and then the duel starts. It's more of a fuck around, drag it out kind of thing. My ass is that old.
Hey!
This guy thinks he's fucking. Oh, this guy thinks he's in competitive for some reason. Duels are not competitive in Souls games. They're just fun things we do with a set of rules. Bro gonna think he top 10. Bro, calm down. You didn't even emote at the beginning, therefore you can't even count it as a win. You couldn't even do basic etiquette. Takes you 0.1 seconds. You're not fucking gonna die. Since if the other player does it too, you both are on equal footing. Anyone who says otherwise, they're full of fucking shit and they're nothing but bitches. You can't even call them a gamer. You can actually mock them for not being a real gamer. It's like, dude, you should know what the two rules of a duel is. No consumables, and you fucking, respectfully emote at the beginning. There's a really fast emote you can do. This is not competitive. You emote at the beginning, that's it. Man, that's some. He's got some fucking stance out of him. Whoa! What is that delay? I'm like 50 feet away from his ass, man! That latency must be bad. But at least he knows not to eat boluses. Because if you got procced with madness, that'd probably be game over because I'll use rolling sparks and that will do about enough damage to kill him. Because after madness strikes, it gives a huge chunk of health ripped out of you. Madness, frost, and bleed all are big percentage damage things that do a straight up flat out percent of damage. And if I could proc that, it's game over. Dishonor on you! Dishonor on you. You can't even fucking emote at the beginning. No emote, no honor, not gamer. You will be looked down upon. You be looked down upon like Assassin's Creed Shadows. That's how little of a fucking shit you are. You're tiny. You're just a wannabe tourist who pretends to be. This ain't competitive bullshit. This ain't Overwatch. This ain't League of Legends. You can take a shower. You don't have to be competitive. You just have to know the basics, motherfucker. Children know the basics of a duel. What's your excuse? Because you don't have any. Looks like I just put on a coat. I put on a fucking coat. It's like, okay, I'm getting a little chilly. Let me just whip on a coat real quick. And grab my bag. You may joke, but I actually have a bag. Actually, this bag hides my perfume bottle. This does look good though. It's a little on the heavier side, but noble trousers. Problem is, if I go past 10.0, the talisman won't fully function anymore.
Hey!
Where's your emote? Oh, now you can emote. You could have done that at the beginning, dumbass. Jesus Christ, it's not hard. You find the fastest emote. Even the finger snap can count. It could be any emote at the beginning. Any. Just be a little picky and choosy if you want to be. You don't have to be the bow one. It just has to be a emote. For the love of fucking God. It's almost like it's impossible for you guys to understand what a duel is nowadays. Did the TikTok brought your brains that fucking badly? You can't remember 2 basic rules? Rule 1.
Hey!
Done. You haven't emoted, you fucker! All you need to do is emote at the beginning. A finger snap works good, people. If you're like, ah, I gotta be fast and get you killed though. It's like, fucking, it's a 0.1 second. You're not gonna fucking die in 0.1 seconds unless the motherfucker's cheating. For the love of God. Have a little dignity for yourself. A little. We're not asking for like impossible levels of dignity here. Make it sound like we're trying to ask for, like, the impossible from you. We're pretty much just asking for basics. Jesus Christ, guys. I know there's like 90% of you that watch this understand what a duel actually is, and it's like, yeah, you emote and don't use your consumables. It's quick and easy, it's not that hard.
Hey!
But after you emote, you can do whatever the hell you want. See? Not that hard. Even this motherfucker understands it. This motherfucker's like, okay, black flame protect. Use weapon. Done. Though our latency's so bad, I don't know what the hell to do about that. I can't trade. Not with that kind of firepower. Yeah, see, it's over 10. It can't be over 10 if I want the full effect of the talisman. Oh, that matches. See how it's all above 10 for physical, striking, slashing, and piercing? Yeah, that's not good for me. I have to get it, yeah, but like this. Below 10. If you get this, if you get all your physical and stuff below 10, and equip this talisman right here, it'll give you the full, the absolute full 20% damage reduction. And not the 15% for fighting against players, but a full 20 because you're below 10. And now my resistances are 27 down the board physically, but all my secondary stats are 25 to 23 to 24 resistance as well. I mean, I look good. And it's going to give me the full advantage of the talisman instead of the half advantage that it would give you normally. The reason they nerfed it that way to give only about, what is it, 10 or 15% damage reduction instead during PvP is because people were wearing that talisman with high physical resistance armor. So they're like, well, if it goes above 10.0 at all, if it's 10.0, let's just say it only activates the talisman's negative ability to only give you like 10 to 15% damage reduction only activates if you go past 10.0000. If you go past that, you'll only get 10 to 15% damage reduction. But if you're below that, you get the full 20%. And I've been showing you that this whole time. That's why I'm getting full damage reduction comparatively. In full just clothing. Because if there's any, and I mean any physical damage reduction at above 10.000, this talisman will not give you the full 20% reduction. But it will if you're below the 10%, the 10 threshold. And I mean 10.000. It has to have 10 point and 3 zeros behind it, or no damage reduction of 20% is allowed. That talisman's technically for clothing use, for mages. Where the other talisman's more for those who don't have magical resistance and status resistance.
Hey!
All that fancy stuff cannot save you from the basics. But thank you for an honorable duel. Even though you had to use a blue juice, but that's... I guess that's iffy for some people, but because they'll be like, but mages need it, they run out of that P. Fucking don't use the overpowerful fucking bullshit and you won't run out of FP. Or carry a fucking weapon with you if you run out of magic and let your FP naturally regenerate with a talisman. You're a mage after all. That FP regeneration talisman should be your, like, go-to talisman. If you're a mage, that should be your #1 talisman to have on you at all times, and this should be your second talisman. These two. then these are your attack buffs. Technically, you have 2 slots for defense and 2 for offense if you really want to get fancy smancy. How the fuck is this better? But then, if I wore these, it would take away my buff from that one talisman. Because I would be over 10. But yeah, all the fancy armor in the game, and that's why I keep going back to the same armors over and over. It's still fashion souls. What you're wearing doesn't really do much for you. Other than if you want some basic special abilities from said armor, then I see no other point in wearing it. It's like, you're looking at armor for its stats and for an ability that you want. If not, then there's no point. All those fancy moves. Bro, you couldn't emote at the beginning. You failed. Bro, you're dog shit. You couldn't emote at the beginning. Don't get fancy smancy just because you won. Bro got butthurt from the last time I won, I see. Bro got butthurt bad. Bro got so butthurt. That's hilarious. You gotta emote at the beginning, or else everyone's gonna look down on you. I didn't see him emote at the beginning, so I could be wrong. He could have emoted, but I'm pretty sure he didn't. Did he? Oh well. What do you think my inventory is only three flasks when I play the fucking game? I don't need any of that fancy bullshit. It's like, oh wow, 3 flasks. I have 3 flasks in my goddamn consumable slots because I don't need it. I'm gonna embarrass myself like that. Jesus Christ.
Hey!
See? Don't need all that fancy shit. I like how he put perfume bottles just so he can have the perfume bottle, but he doesn't commit to it though. uh. God, I hate magic in these games. Though at least he's using magic that's not pew pew. I got sick and tired of the same 6 pew pew blue spells. They give you like 300 magic to use, and every motherfucker and their grandma going, oh, I use fucking the tracking spells that are the pew pews. I'm like, bitch, please, that's not skill. That's just you letting the game do it for you. I have more respect for archery in the game if people are fucking FPS shooting it without the lock on. Now that is fucking big dick energy.
Hey!
Oh, that was a good fight. Yeah, see how good that is? See, that's a duel. And now he's gonna fucking like, look at me, disappear. I get it. But yeah, that's a duel. See? Duels are different. Real duels are cool. They're fun to watch. They're fun to do. They're fun to play. You don't have no extra things. You don't have your backup bullshit. You just have your skill, your wits, and your rule, and your, you know, your rules and your honor. You don't want to walk in with your dick still stuck inside your body because you're like, I gotta land. It's like, no, this is a duel, my fucking brother. It's a duel. It doesn't matter if you win or lose. It matters on how well you had shown your manners. What? I never seen that before. Hmm.
Hey!
All your fancy magic won't save you. Okay, that's got that range, huh? See? That's why the Fire Knight thing is kind of bland for a lot of people, because either you commit to one sword in your hand and the left hand being all fire magic, if you want to be a real Fire Knight. Because you have to commit to the one sword, the one particular Fire Knight sword. You have to commit to that fucking bullshit if you want a Fire Knight build. And then you got your left hand, which is an incantation, which has to be the Fire Knight one that enhances all Fire Knight spells and fire and stuff like Fireball and shit like that. And Snake Coil. See, that boosts them, but doesn't boost... I'm confused. Oh, my mom's home from work. Early, though.
Hey!
No consumables, god damn it! You tarnished your fight! You may be tarnished, but you're not supposed to tarnish your honor as a gamer. Fucking lost as a gamer. Gamer score down, another 100 points. You're down to negative 200. Yeah, it's kind of boring to do duels if you don't know what you're doing. It's like, I'm just gonna fucking win no matter what. It's like, then you're not gonna have fun with your duels. You're gonna be bored out of your fucking gourd. Because duels are for fun. Not for wins. There's etiquette to them, yeah, but they're fun. That's all there is to it, though. Like it or not.
Hey! Hey!
See? Didn't need no consumables or fancy shit. He emoted at the beginning. He used what he had on him. No consumables of any kind. And, yeah. See how much... That's just better. I can't say shit about it because I lost. I lost to an actual real gamer. Not one of those fakes wannabe tourists that pretend to be. And you know who you are. You filth. It's called a duel. You actually have to have the D that's big enough to actually be a real duel, to fight a real duel. And that's where we're gonna end it today. Like and subscribe and comment if you feel like it, but you know, it's blah blah YouTube bullshit. But hope you enjoyed. Hope you'd want to try things out. There's gonna be a DLC coming out with new weapons and armor, so we gotta have some fun soon. But other than that, I took a break from Skyrim for a bit to play a little Elden Ring, and now I'm gonna probably stop playing Elden Ring again to play a little more Skyrim. You know, same old, same old. I'm gonna play my 15 to 20-year-old games over this, but yeah, it's a good place to end it. I had fun. Perfume bottles are not weak. They still fucking slap. It's just people look at it and go, "Oh, this is bad." It's like, motherfuckers, you don't even understand, do you? All the weapons are good. You just have to find what makes them tick and how to make them work. That's all there is to it. But yeah.
I see.
Just have fun and remember two rules of a duel. No consumables and emote at the beginning. Beyond that, do what you will. No one can talk shit if you emote at the beginning of a duel and never use your consumables. That includes your blue flasks too. If you really want to get fancy and show how big your dick is. But yeah, this is a nice look. I may be bandaged up, but it looks good. Because long as my physical strike, slash, and pierce are all below 10, this talisman goes at full effect. If anything goes above 10.000, that talisman gets dropped down. But you could see there's not that much options, huh? When it comes to that sort of thing. Every armor set has at least 10 point something on it. For the body. Even if I were to go to my inventory and look for something to wear on my chest, all this stuff would be too high or too heavy, mostly. I mean, I guess this would be... Nope, that goes over 10 too. Oh, I did not realize... how much crap is in here that goes above 10. See? 10.05. 10.8. That won't work. Holy shit, old aristocrat armor is strong. Yeah, what I'm wearing now is the only thing I can find that allows me to get the full 20% from this talisman. Percent-wise, is this coat. Altered. I guess if I change to my leggings... to something lower? I might get away with it wearing something else on my body? This is insane. All the armor in the game, it's very rare to find any armor that could put me in the threshold to get the full 20% from this. At least it looks good. Okay, bye. Sorry about that. But yeah, to get the full special effect of that talisman, to get the full 20% in PvP, your stats have to be a certain threshold under. And not many people know that unless you read the game files. I went and read the game files, and that talisman they nerfed. That talisman that they nerfed, the Dragon Crest Talisman level 3, it only gives you the full 20% in PvP if your physical drops below 10.000. Therefore, you see how hard it is to actually reach that point? So I guess if you're naked, you put on that the 2 talismans for defense. Both of those, and you should be able to hold your own for a bit better, because you have natural stats. They'll keep you in that nice little threshold cubby, but you still won't take much damage. I mean, you won't take much of a hit. 3 to 4 hits and you're cooked if you're naked. But at least this, you can wear armor and still be in the threshold limit. So you get a little more out of it. But hey, that's just information I gleaned from reading the game files. Yeah, I'm an idiot who has too much free time on their hands.